Well, I'm still suffering a terrible back pain, but I took a moment to watch the latest episode of WandaVision, now in color. Yes. So I guess this one is somewhat taking from the Brady Bunch, with a lot of the backgrounds, and the previous sets did resemble the old shows more. This one is just sort of a kind of a combination of the Bewitched set and the Brady Bunch house, well, the stairwell of the Brady Bunch, and that's and some. I think the font of the titles was Brady Bunch inspired. Anyway, you get a little bit more of the underlying mystery and what's going on and all that sort of thing. Someone was talking about it in another video where they likened it to the feel of it as Twilight Zone, and that's true. And Twilight Zone covered this, where someone's living in a sitcom or a TV show, and suddenly they're not, or what have you. But Twilight Zone would wrap it up with within 40 minutes or whatever. Yeah, I don't know how many more sitcom things they can do within that template as they slowly drag out the reveal. The reveal, obviously, is pretty much, you can guess it, that in this show really just spells it out, that Wanda herself is at the heart of this, that it's her power and her desire for her fantasy world, and anything that threatens it, she deals with it. And in this case, it appears Monica Rambeau is there, but it indicates that when you're in the world with her, it's difficult for you to remember who you are and that sort of thing. And maybe they'll get into that, and maybe that's part of her training, that to be able to conceal yourself from Wanda, that you play along to the point that it's your own identity is buried deep within your subconscious. Who knows? And the way she boots Monica, who is called Geraldine in this, but I'm sure that she's Monica Rambeau. She's booted out and back into the real world, it looks like, and it's very strange. There's this staging ground set up there, and I'm assuming it's the agents of SWORD that replaced S.H.I.E.L.D. Arrives with military outfits and whatnot to recover Monica. And so either they're monitoring this, that this is some bizarre episode with Scarlet Witch's powers, or they're part of the manipulation. And there's going to be somebody, and they said that the suspects could involve the Nightmare, the Doctor Strange villain, and characters like that. They've already admitted this goes on into the Doctor Strange movie. But as a result of Scarlet Witch's desires to have Vision back, to have her fantasy life and her family, she gives birth to twins in this, and that's following along with the comics and the ultimate consequences of that. That could push her pretty much in the role of villain almost. So we'll see how that plays out. I just hope there is quite the payoff within the series itself. It was just a bunch of episodes of reliving old sitcoms, because now we've done the 70s, so I guess they'll get to the 80s thing. It's starting to feel like it drags a bit. I mean, it's too much of it, and then you get these brief moments where it's odd. The Vision himself begins to wonder, wait, something's not right, and then suddenly it quit, and that's Wanda changing it. And it's like in the previous episode where the beekeeper came out of the sewer with the sword symbol on him, and she says no, and suddenly everything reverses and starts over. So it's Wanda doing this. She's protecting her fantasy world, but at the same time, there's another player involved, and I don't think it's just SWORD. So you got that. As far as that just being the payoff, it's not that big of a surprise. But so, I mean, the episodes are only 20 minutes long, apparently, because the credits seem like they go on longer than the show itself, which is rather bizarre. So I'm wondering, surely the Falcon and Winter Soldier series Are they just going to have 20-minute episodes? I don't know. It's not something I say, oh, bail on it, don't watch it. I just don't know if that's the entirety of the series, and then, the good stuff happens in Doctor Strange. That's not going to go over well. So hopefully there's something of a payoff within this series, and just gives you that there's the consequences of it is what leads to Doctor Strange and the addressing multiverse and all that, and that by Wanda's manipulating of reality with her powers has the consequences of these other universes, if you will, and it's opened up the MCU itself to these other possibilities and whatnot. And I guess that's where they're going. And there's potential for chaos and evil. So anyway, and I'm sure there's all kinds of little Easter eggs and whatnot in there. Again, I'm in a lot of pain while I'm watching this. So I'm sure I missed it. There's a billboard with a bunch of symbols, and maybe, or I'll just wait and let someone else do it and read their articles or watch their video. So stuff like that, I'm sure, is in there. It did. I mean, they do their sitcom bit, and most of it's just cheesy stuff. And it's like, oh, but I mean, a lot of sitcoms were like that. There is a funny scene where a stork tries to eat Monica's pants because it has fish on it. But that's about it. So, yeah, hopefully there's a good enough payoff for this, and it kind of justifies what, even though these are short episodes, it's just, I don't really want to sit through your crappy version of old sitcoms. I get the bit already. So, we'll see. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.